Hey guys, welcome back to Linda's Resin Room. So I got an order for one of these turtles. I did a video of a green one, and she asked that I make one and do it a little darker green. So that's what we're going to do with him. And then I got this turtle mold in the mail today. I actually got this off of Amazon, and I thought, I'll try it. Can't hurt. And then I have, this one's already got something in it, and I just opened it. This is a frog that I got from Temu. And we're going to do him. And then I got a llama. And I thought we would try him out too. So I have 60 gram of resin here, 2 ounces. And I have 4 ounces, 120 gram in this cup. I did not run it through the debubbler. We're going to start with the 2 ounces first. I actually mixed this up for another project, but it wasn't ready yet. So we are going to use it for our turtle. There's a hair on that cup. I'm just going to draw this off. Okay, I'm going to use this Kappa Green by Eye Candy. It's a pigment paste. I thought that was a pretty green color. And do this turtle. If you all use Eye Candy products, I do have a link and a code in the description for 10% off. There's quite a few different links and codes in there for discounts. This is from Into Resin, and there's a 20% discount code for them in the description. Okay, that is a very thin paste. So I'll close that back up. And that is a darker green than what I used on the last one. I don't remember what I used on the last one. If I used a resin ink or an alcohol ink. I don't remember. Just scraping all the paste off the side of the cup, because you guys know how that stuff likes to stick to the sides and then it wants to be streaky. And it is really sticking down in there. I don't want a streaky turtle tray, especially for somebody that's paying for this. Okay, scrape all this off this stick, so I'll make sure it's all mixed up and incorporated. I would add some of the crushed crystal to it, but it's going into this diamond turtle mold. You'll never see it. Okay. Let's see if we have enough mixed up, I hope. I'm going to fill each one of them squares because I'm hoping to not have bubbles in there. Definitely a darker green. And I think this mold holds right around 2 ounces. But I got to move that one out of my way. I think it's going to need more, actually. I don't think this is going to be enough. I'm just going to add a little more here. I like to have extra resin mixed up just because of this. Because I can always add more in there, and then I don't have to worry about having too much mixed up of one color and having all these pieces that are the same color. Okay. Now let's just go around because we know this is all going to mix anyways. There we go. Before I scrape that all the way, I want to find a dotting tool. And I just want to kind of scrape a little bit and make sure that there's no bubbles down in there. When you do this, make sure you use something that is not going to mess up your mold. And I wouldn't do it if you paint the mold. You put mica powder down in there, and then you do this. You want to scrape the mica powder off. So I wouldn't do that either. I'm just trying to make sure I don't have any bubbles where bubbles would like to stick. Okay. I think he's pretty full. You don't want to dome these homemade molds. Doming them just gives you more to have to clean off. So I wouldn't do that. Alright. Let's get just a little bit in here for the small turtle. I guess we was going to do the frog too, so let's go ahead and see if we can add enough. That will do the small turtle and the frog. I don't know if we have enough left for the llama or not. And we're going to need some more paste. Okay, I'm going to scrape this stick off. And then I'm going to wipe it off. I don't want to put my resin down in my paste and have it to cure. We've already stirred it. So let's just dip that in there. I'm going to move that llama. I'm going to move that out of my way. Okay. I'm trying to get this a little more opaque than what the turtle is. Just because I want the frog to be a solid opaque color. And he's probably matte because that's a pink mold. A lot of times pink is a matte mold. And I ordered all kinds of these different little animal molds. I'm shocked at how big some of them are that I got from Temu. I really thought they were going to be small. I guess I didn't pay attention too well to the description of reading the size. Okay. Get that down in there. Oops. Okay. Now, I don't know if there's anything down in here for this to catch bubbles. And I hope not, but we're going to squeeze him when I get him pretty full here. Oh, I mixed up way too much. Okay. Just want to make sure if there's any bubbles on him. that they break loose. I see some bubbles, but I'm not sure that it's from me squeezing on him. I think it's more just bubbles that are popping because it's degassing. This resin degasses very well. It just takes forever to cure. And it's just a regular 1-to-1 resin. I think I put just a little too much in him. There we go. All right. Let's get our turtle. Okay. Get my dotting tool. I'm going to go around and make sure if there's any bubbles that I'm getting them out. I'll have to go around his tail and his legs and his feet and things here again in just a minute because I'm pushing the resin up in there. I'm just going to poke around down in there. Hopefully I don't have any bubbles. Get all that off. Wipe that up. Now let's finish filling him up. Okay. I got a little green left. What would look good? Green. I got this big snail. It's kind of a dump mold. And he's got black glitter in there. So we're going to, I think I've got enough green, hopefully. Maybe to fill him all the way up. Maybe not. Let me scrape all of this I can get out. Be surprised how well people like these multicolor pieces. Okay. Just scraping out everything I possibly can, which isn't much. Okay, throw that to the side and clean this off. Now, this big one, he is a little harder to get the air bubbles out than the small one. There comes one. There's another one. I have a really small snail, and man, you just barely squeeze him and you get his antenna filled all the way up, and they demold very well. You don't have to worry about breaking them off like this one. There comes some bubbles. Okay, he's still got a bubble up in this one here. I can see it, but I don't know if I can get it out. Okay, I think I got it. It's very difficult to see, but I think I've got them. So he's still going to need another color for him. Now, I don't know if I have enough to do our little llama all the way or not. I think I do, but we'll see. Now, llamas are usually this pretty white looking color. So I'm using my paste here. I'm going to put 2 drops down in there. And then I've got this little piggy lemon sorbet, however you want to pronounce it. And I just want to put a little bit of that in there. I'm hoping that will give it that dirty yellow looking color. But the kind of brown yellow looking, I might add just a drop of brown too, to try to get it that off-white looking color is what I'm looking for. I actually have a paste that I could have used for this, but I forgot about it. When you add brown, brown has a tendency to take over, and that's why I kind of didn't want to do the brown. I'm going to have to, though. Okay, what brown do I want? I think what I'm going to do is kind of just do 1 drop here. 1 drop off. There we go. And this is the espresso resins. It's a resin ink by Octopus Resin Fluids. In the US, you can get it from Laura's Art Corner, and you can just get it from Octopus Fluids. You can Google search it, and okay, I'm going to leave it streaky like that, and see if we can get him filled up. I hope. I have enough. Almost. I'm going to have to mix up just a little more, guys. So I'm not going to have enough for him. Wow. Very close. I think if I didn't do the turtle, I would have had enough. But I wanted to do the small turtle too. And I mixed up too much green. Or that was my problem. If I hadn't used the green and mixed up too much, I would have had enough. Alright. I'm going to mix up 1 ounce of resin. And let's pop some bubbles. I'm going to get my alcohol. Just give those a quick little spritz and let them pop those. Don't spritz alcohol if you have used don't spritz alcohol if you have domed your mold, because it will overflow. Alright guys, I'm going to mix up 1 ounce of resin and I'll be right back. Alright guys, I got another ounce of resin mixed up, and I know I don't need that much. I didn't put anything extra in this other than what was already in the cup. And I'm just going to try to pour this right down the center, and hopefully this resin will mix on its own and just won't leave him clear on the bottom. Okay, I did squeeze this. Like I said, resin moves, so I'm hoping that's what's going to happen with that. Alright guys, we will let this stuff cure up, and of course our snail's going to need some more from something else later on. Okay, And I will see you guys back for the demold of these. I'll see you guys then. Alright guys, all this has cured. So let's get it demolded and see what it looks like. I did another project where I used some brown and I just dumped the rest of it in with the green in here before it was even completely cured. So this is our little dump turtle or snail that's going to be all different colors. The green actually came through, it looks. Now getting this off his head, you have to be really careful with these big ones because you will break their antenna off if you're not very careful. And that one's not wanting to come out. Got it. And they're intact. Alright. Definitely needs some cleanup. Doesn't he look kind of funky? Okay. Now, let's get baby turtle here. I like that crunch. Maybe that means he don't have holes. Ooh, that is cute. Very sparkly. Okay. Let's see how our llama is. Now, the llama is the one I poured the somewhat clear down in afterwards. I like these stretchy molds. So his feet look a little different than his body. I poured the clear in, which kind of knew it would. There we go. Oh, he's cute. We can paint his little face up. He does have a few little bubbles. Definitely needs a good trim on the bottom. See the little tail. I think the color turned out perfect. Alright. I'll try to do a time lapse when I paint these up, since I figured out how to do it. Here's our frog. He is matte, but he is so cute. We can paint his rock, paint his little eyes, maybe give him some eyelashes. Guess it's a girl if we're going to do some long eyelashes. Alright, that is really cute. Now the tray. This is for the customer that wanted a darker green. I'm hoping she's happy with this darker green. Oh, that's pretty. I think she'll like that. Oh, I love that sparkle. Alright guys, we will, I don't know what to do with him. I just got to trim him up. I'm not going to do anything with the turtle. Maybe put a magnet. I got to trim him a little bit. Put a magnet on him. But I will paint these up during a time lapse. And then I'll see you guys after. I'll see you then.